All right, what's up, guys? Okay, it's working. That's good. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Did anyone get out and go ride bikes at all this week? Who's in here? Hey, what's up, Chief? How you doing? Is Brant Moore still doing the BMX news thing? I haven't seen anything from Brant in a long time. I was just thinking about that. He is. Bro's still on it, still going strong. So I'm still sick. And it's crazy, man. It's been like a week, right? I started feeling sick last Thursday. And then I was sick, kind of sick during the live stream. And then real sick all weekend. I'm still congested and like got a cough and stuff. Super annoying. What's up, Severi, Diana, Charles, Valis? What's up, guys? Thanks for coming and hanging out with me. I don't have very much of a schedule this live stream. Usually I do. But yeah, nope. Guys, I've been really annoyed. So like I told you last live stream, I think it was last live stream, my car, the radiator, I broke the radiator taking off the hose, okay? So now I'm waiting to order all of the parts for the car. And while I have it tore apart, there's a few other parts that I need to order. And so I just have a list of things I want to buy for the Bimmer and then just put it all together, right? So I'm not too worried about putting the car back together right now. And then I have a motorcycle that my brother gave me that needed some parts changed. And so I've been working on that thing. And I finally got it running and going. And then I got my motorcycle permit so I can technically drive it. And I took it to work, and then on the way back from work, it died on me. And so it's still having like the same issue it was having before. And it's supposed to be the stator that fixed that. And so I don't know what's going on. But anyway, been messing with that like every single day. And without my car, it's impossible to I guess, you know what? Maybe I'll do that today or tomorrow. Is like just ride my bike up to the park. It's really not that far. I live super close to the skate park, but I just complain. I'm like, yeah, if I don't have my car, like I just don't want to go. Maybe I'll mount a bike rack on the motorcycle and then I'll take my bike on the motorcycle. I think that'd be pretty cool. But anyway, I need to do that. I'm just slacking. I haven't rode since my car broke. So anyway, that's what I'm getting at with my story. Maybe I'm dying. So Wyatt, yeah, bro, just throw your questions in here. So the whole goal with this is to answer any questions that you guys have. This one will be just more of a Q&A live stream. I don't have a whole lot to rant about this week. So yeah, if you guys have questions, throw your questions in there. Charles, you're from AZ? Where at? If any of you guys are ever in Phoenix, like hit me up, message me on Instagram or something, and we'll go to the skate park. We'll go ride. I love riding with you guys. So I got a comment. It was on BMX Nerds. Let me check. Hold on. I got a comment and this dude was like, so, okay, if you guys have watched the Dougsterbob channel for a while, you know that I talk a lot about places that you can trust to buy your bike and places you can't. And so Time to Shine is one that is on the do not trust list. So there's a video that I have I think on both channels now. And it's like, hey, do not trust Time to Shine. And here's why. I don't know if I highlighted in this video, but essentially what they were doing during COVID and what they've just always been doing is they'll post that they have bikes in stock when they really don't have bikes in stock. And it's really annoying. It's really deceiving. It's just like, Just not good, right? And they're one of the, I don't know, there's a handful of shops, I guess, that do that, but this one has just been notoriously bad. Like when the NV Carbonics came out, this guy, it said that they had the Carbonics available. And it was like, hey, these are available. We'll ship them next month. So it was like in April, I think. It was like available to order, and then we'll ship them out next month. That's what they said. And then the next month, it moved to the next month. It was like, oh yeah, available this month, but we'll ship it next month. And it just kept moving for like months and months and months. This kept happening, okay? This dude just commented. Look. Okay, hold on. Let's pull these up. Look at these comments, okay? Time is a real scumbag. This guy said he did business with them, no problems at all. That's good. Like, that's what I want. I don't want everyone to have problems with Time to Shine. I don't want everyone to have problems with these bikes, okay? This guy says it was scammed on a BMX race frame I ordered. They said they had 7 in stock. So it's like notoriously everyone has this problem. Legit almost got me on this exact bike. Was told the ship date was before January 20th via live chat on site. The next day, now it's January 21st. And so it just keeps moving on. Like, this has happened so often. And I want to find this dude's comment right here. He's like, I've done business with Matt for several years and he's always treated me very well. I received my product, obviously, and in a timely fashion at a fair price. This sounds so fake too. He's like, I just received my We the People NV Carbonic right-hand drive this morning. Guess where I got it from? That's right. I got it from Time to Shine. It's like, dude, I don't care. He's like, shame on you for slandering. It's like, look at all these comments of people saying that they've had that same issue. Like, here, hold on. Let me find the other one. Anyway, I got to go on this tangent because this guy made me mad. And if you guys are looking at bikes, I don't want you to buy your bike from Time to Shine because they are scam. Okay, this one I posted forever ago on the Dougsterbob channel. This one's like, look at this one. This one's the first setup I had with the OG Black Magic, and this is a good setup. I miss this whole setup. Anyway, 113 comments. So many people having bad experiences on here. And this guy said he'd update his experience, blah, 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 blah. So the audacity of that guy to say I'm slandering him when there's like hundreds of people that have had the same issue. Horrible, horrific customer service. So anyway, they were doing that throughout COVID. They're still doing that now with the bike parts. And so I guess moral of the story, you guys, be very careful when you're ordering stuff. Like, make sure you buy from somewhere trusted. Dan's Comp. Love Dan's Comp. Dan's Comp's really good. Albies is good. Empire is good. What's that one in New York? There's like a really good shop in New York coming up that a lot of people are ordering from. Even like Powers Bike Shop. Chad is in the Facebook groups. The owner of Powers is in the Facebook groups. They're really good. There's a lot of good shops, and then there's a handful of really Mezzaroli. That's the other one. But yeah, so there's a lot of good shops, and then there's a handful of not so good shops that you guys need to be careful for when you're buying your stuff. And especially when it's stuff that's low on stock, what you find is like if every single website says that this is out of stock, then it's probably out of stock. And the one or two that say it is in stock, they're going to take your money. So be careful. Check out the Swamp Master. Has anyone bought the Swamp Master? I saw that Brant played their promo video, so I wanted to check it out. We the People's finally got it updated on their website. Like, they've been in stock for a while. The Swamp Master finally was in stock, I don't know, a month or two ago, available. And so there's a guy here in Phoenix that rides for one of the bike shops that got one, and I want to ride it so bad. Just want to see if it's any good. Like, look at these gigantic tires. Look at those giant tires. He was riding it at the park too, but in We the People's promo video, it looked a lot of fun riding it on like a downhill trail. I don't know, man. I just want to know if it's tail whippable. Is it tail whippable? That's the question. What's up, Hex Vero? James ordered his bike from Source. It's going to be over 20 days it took them. Wow. James, what bike did you order from them? See, that's a hard thing. Usually Source is really legit, and you don't run into those kinds of issues. Was it something that they had, was it back ordered, or did they say they had it in stock and then they just like took forever to send it out? What happened? Sorry if this is obvious, but is this the Cassette? DRMX. I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean? Is what the Cassette? Salty says, what do you think the perfect bike weight is? Is there too light? Ooh, that's a pretty good question. I think that, I don't know, 24 is pretty good. Like under 25 should be everyone's goal. The only time that too light would be an issue is if you don't get used to it, which obviously if you're riding it, you'll get used to it. I think early on, so Todd Main was at Woodward. He had a complete titanium bike, and that thing was stupid. Like it was right at 20 pounds, and it just felt like instantly hopping on it, it felt so different, and it took a while to get used to. And so that's the only thing, but eventually you get used to it and it rides just like a normal bike. You know, it makes tricks easier and it's way more responsive because you can manhandle the bike. But I don't think there's such a thing as too light in terms of like riding it and doing tricks. If you are making it so light to the point that you're compromising quality, then obviously that's the answer. Does that make any sense? So like, can a bike be too light for maintaining control and doing tricks on? No, I don't think that that's the case. I don't think that that's really possible. I think it might feel weird, but you can eventually get used to it. But a lot of times when you upgrade with like weight in mind, you're going to skimp out on quality to maximize weight savings. And that's where it becomes an issue. So early on with my stuff, I would buy just the lightest parts possible. I bought a Guerrera frame. I don't know if they're even available. Let me see if it comes up. I bought a Guerrera frame because it was like, I don't know, 4 pounds or something, or under 4 pounds. It was stupid light. Yeah, look, it comes up on BMX Union. Look at this thing. So just a stupid light frame. And if you look, this is a Maltese bottom bracket. It's very small. It's small. I think it's Euro sized. And the way it works is it's 2 Euro bearings on each side. So there's 4 bearings altogether, but it's just a really smaller frame, ideally to save weight. So let's see if it says what the weight is. Yeah, 3.95 pounds. I bought 2 of these frames. I broke both of them in months. They were incredibly light, but I broke them. And I would buy the lightest bars I could find, the lightest cranks. I would buy the lightest plastic seat, you know. And what I learned when I was going through that phase is that, yeah, I had a really light bike, but like stuff would break quickly. And so at that point, like when I built up my next custom bike, I tried to balance quality and weight savings. For example, like I saved weight with like a titanium spindle, and titanium spokes. But in other areas, like I made sure to get solid double wall rims. I didn't save weight in there, you know, like I chose things that would balance the weight and the strength out good. So I think right under 25 pounds, 24, 25 pounds is pretty good. And you can balance weight and strength if you stay around there. When you start getting down around 20 pounds, you're either spending a ton of money on full titanium, or you're buying really light, cheap parts. So be careful when you're doing that. Okay, James, in their defense, it's a fully custom bike. I mean, that still shouldn't matter. Like if you're buying all of the parts separately, they should have all the parts and then they should just ship it out, right? But I called customer service missing a couple parts, and then when I called back, they told me it was different parts, so basically they were lying. Ooh, damn, that's annoying. Because I've bought 3 custom bikes now from Dan's. The first one I bought in 2018 was the Sweet Tooth, and that one I had within a week. And then the second one was the Sunday Dark Wave. I guess that one I bought from a bunch of different places, but I had all the parts in a week. And then I bought the bike that we did a giveaway for, all of those parts from Dan's, and like had that within a week. So yeah, they're definitely lying to you about what they had in stock. But so is it for real ship now, James? Do you actually have the tracking and like it's for real? What is going on, dude? Is it even possible to get a titanium frame? Yes. Hexvero said that Laird is the most popular. Kirk was telling a while ago that he had someone, it was China, right? That he sent the drawings to, or like the CAD images, to get titanium frame and titanium forks, if I remember right. Let me see what comes up with Laird frame. So yeah, this guy, he was used to be a pro bike rider. I mean, I guess he still is. Makes custom BMX frames. And let's go to order and see. $450 raw. Allowed 20 weeks for build time. So what is that, 5 months? He takes 10 orders per month, and he says that there's 6 available this month that you can order in December. So if you order a Laird, and wait, and this isn't Thai. I feel like he has a different, there's a different order tab for Thai. Let me find it. Because the Thai frame, maybe he doesn't even, titanium seat binder bolt. Okay, titanium forks. Here we go. We're getting somewhere. Titanium upgrade. Okay, so I think you add that to the frame. 1515. $1,500. And I think, I don't know, the way that I read this is that for an additional 1515, you get a titanium frame. So the frame order is 450 plus the 1515. You're close to $2,000 for that titanium frame. Now it's fully custom. You can say what size top tube you want. I want a 21.5. I want my head tube angle to be 76 degrees. I want my standover height to be 8.8. I want my bottom bracket height to be 11.75. And so like, it's really cool. You can get this thing completely maximized for whatever geometry you want. Like you can tweak this geometry and just have the best looking, OS 20. What is OS 20? Old school 20? That's cool. Anyway, you can like fine tune the geometry to be absolutely perfect for you. And you can even change the 1.25 inch titanium. You can get a twin top tube. You can change the brake post location, whether you want it on the seat stay or the chain stay. So that's pretty cool. Double butted, straight gauged. You can really, really customize this frame. So if you ordered it right now, you would get it. He says 20 weeks for build time. But what I heard last time is, I guess maybe that's right, 5 months, 6 months, is that he's about 6 months out. So you wouldn't get it until 6 months from now, like middle of next year. That's crazy. And you're tying up that money. You're going to give him, here's $2,000. I'll enjoy my product in 6 months. Wacky. That is wacky. But like if you have the money and I have a friend in El Paso that he has 3 Laird frames. No Thai Laird frames, but all 3 Laird frames. One park specific, one dirt specific, one street specific. He's like just tweaked them all. And so some people, man, some people spend that money. It's pretty crazy. Gronick says, is it difficult to switch from cassette to free coaster? I think early on, if you're new to BMX, then it's going to be weird to switch around for sure, because each type of hub rides a little bit differently. With free coasters, you're going to have more slack and you're going to have to get used to the slack. With cassettes, you don't have as much slack. And so when you're switching between them, you can run into a handful of issues. Like for me, when I switch between a true free coaster and a cassette hub, I forget about the slack and I go to pedal and I pedal really hard. I get that slack and I hit my knee on the stem, which is the worst feeling ever. And so you've got to be careful about those things. Once you get more familiar with both of them, like once you've spent some time riding a cassette and then riding a free coaster, switching around on them is not as bad, because you can just tell yourself, oh, hey, I'm riding a cassette right now, so let me make sure to note that. Oh, hey, I'm riding a free coaster right now. Let me make sure to not crank the pedal down as hard as I can. Let's ease into it a little bit more. So you want to be pretty mindful and take the time. I suggest that everyone learns on a cassette first before going on to a free coaster. Like, I think faking on a free coaster is quite a bit easier, and that's good. It should be. But you should know how to fakie on a cassette. Like, it's a foundational skill. It's just like you should learn how to drive a manual car first. That way you just have that skill set in your back pocket and you're more versatile. Like if you have to drive a manual car for whatever reason, you know how to do it, so you can do it. And so therefore you should learn how to do it first. Same thing with cassette. Like, you should do the harder thing first, so that in life, both things are easier, if that's making any sense. Learn to fakie, learn to ride a cassette, and then switch to a free coaster and see if you like it more. Because then if you do like it and you ever get back on a cassette, like, you're used to both of them. I see a lot of people get on a free coaster for the first time, learn how to fakie, learn how to ride a free coaster, and then when they switch to a cassette, they can't, like, they have a hard time. Versus people who learn on a cassette first, they already have those foundational skills, so switching to a free coaster is pretty easy for them, versus switching the other way is hard. Speaking of knee hitting the stem, if we go to the YouTube community tab, this has a lot of votes. If you guys haven't voted on this, you need to go vote, okay? What is the most annoying thing in BMX? What's the most annoying thing in BMX? There's a lot of votes on here. Scooters at the skate park, hitting your knee on the stem, broken chain, crashing on an easy trick or other. For me, only if they're in the way. There are, at Chandler Park especially, there's a lot of really cool scooter riders at the park. Like, there's this one guy that's absolutely insane. Like this, most time the dudes on the scooters are pretty chill. Okay, he's right. Glass and flat tires. This guy's talking about the knee on the stem. Being consistent with bar spins and then never getting them locked in. Have you guys ever had a trick where you were struggling with it really hard, and then you finally landed it? You finally learned a new trick, and then you lost it. So like, you had a hard time, you learned a trick, and then the next day you couldn't land it again. Has anyone had that happen? Anybody? Damn, I feel like for some reason this guy's talking about me. The most annoying thing for me is finding out some of my favorite riders are complete douches. Ouch. Kids using the park as a playground? Yeah. That's a good one. Brandon. What's up, Jared? Someone said, damn, where was it? I just missed it. Okay, Wyatt, let me look at your question. Okay, Wyatt says, yo, so I just bought a Mongoose BMX. It's super nice, sealed bearings, 3-piece cranks, all sorts of stuff. But my BMX wheel is making a weird noise, like a whistling sound, the faster you go. It's not the brake pads or the tire rubbing. I also checked the front wheel bearing and greased them up. Wow. I have no idea what that could be. It's really hard to like just hear it, like hear you write about it versus actually see the issue. So what a lot of people do, go over here, go to BMX. So join the Discord, come over here. This is the Discord. There's all this good stuff in the Discord. You go to BMX questions right here, and then you go to post a new question. So hit new post and then say whistling wheel. And then into your message, you can add a video of it by clicking this, then add a video that shows the problem, and then post it in here. And then people will be able to answer that question. But it's really hard to like diagnose something like that without actually seeing it. Like in here, here's a big discussion question. People answer the question, people talk about it. So anyway, it's a good spot for you to ask your questions if you have any questions. Here is a little music thread. Ooh, Rise Against is good. This is kind of cool. I've never looked through this one. Looks like there's some weird shit in here too. Jay-Z. All right. Anyway, sorry, Wyatt. Like I don't know. It could be bearings. It could be a billion different things, I guess. Like maybe loose spokes. Loose spokes could be something. Yeah. I don't know. That's a hard one. Luke says, what do you prefer more, free coaster or cassette? I love my BSD Revolution. I think so. Planetary would be the answer. I don't know. I like cassettes too. On the Colony, I'm riding a cassette, and then on the Sunday, I ride the BSD Revolution. And they both have their own pros and cons for sure. But it feels so nice just doing a 180 bar and not pedaling backwards. That's been the most fun thing for me on that stupid Planetary hub, or jumping out of a quarter really fast, doing a quick little nose bunk 180 and landing in a slider. It's beautiful. You can't do that with a cassette. And with a free coaster, I just never liked free coasters because of that slack thing that I was talking about earlier. With the slack, man, I got used to it eventually, but I hate it. I hate having slack. I just don't think you should. And so anyway, I like the Planetary hubs the most. Salty, you have a unofficial record for the world's fastest 18 miles an hour on a cassette. That's actually crazy to think about. There's no way, bro. Post a video. Post a video in the Discord. That would be crazy. 18 miles an hour faking. Is your birthday tomorrow, Jared? I feel like I put it in my calendar last year. Happy almost birthday, Jared. It was on a Friday last year then, right? Everyone say happy birthday to Jared. Yeah, 18 miles an hour is fast as like not even a fake, just riding normal. I feel like that's pretty quick to get on a bike. You have to be cranking or going down a hill to get up to 18 to 20 miles an hour. We have you guys ever done this? At the college campus in New Mexico, there's a road and it flashes your speed for cars that are driving down the road. And so we would go and we would just crank as fast as we can and try and go, like, we'd just haul ass and see how fast we could go. And I feel like it was very hard to get over 20 miles an hour, like cranking that way. So doing it in a fakie is nuts. Cheesicle says, have you had any issues with your BSD Revolution? So for the most part, the Revolution has been issue free, but only after I fixed the one thing on it. So sometimes it would engage and then sometimes it would completely disengage. And there's like a clip somewhere of me going and it completely disengaging. I got mad and just threw the bike because I guess roid rage or something. But anyway, so what happens is when you take the wheel off and you take those, I think it's just the lock nut actually. There's a lock nut on the side and you need to Loctite it. So I pulled it off, I put some Loctite on and then I cranked it down. And then ever since then it was really good. I have a video of it somewhere on the channel, just like, I don't know, fixing BSD Revolution. Let me see. Does it even come up? Okay, yeah. Okay, so yeah, here's the
or any other planetary
slipping issue, and there's me in El Paso. I think I'm with Colin and Sabea. So this lock nut that I'm talking about, it would just come loose. See how loose it is, and it would keep doing that. So I had to take it off, and put Loctite on there. And once I put the Loctite on, it worked just fine. But everything. It was causing an issue where it was just, it would get loose. And I think that allows the clutch system to be loose and therefore not work properly. So that was the only issue I had with the Revolution. Other than that, man, that hub's been super solid, super reliable. And like, I really, really like it. Really happy about it. All right, you guys want to watch it? Let's go. Let's go to Instagram. Squeaky Wheel Bike Shop. Maybe it's this one. Hold on. I really want to see this. Okay, it's got to be this one, right? Is this the right Salty, is this the right one? This kind of stuff's crazy. Wheelies without a wheel. Super long beard. Tell me if I pass it. I'll just keep scrolling down. This is you? Okay. We gotta find this fakie, man. Is this it right here? Dude, that beard is crazy. Yeah, you're definitely hauling ass. Where is that? That looks like Lancaster. Bro, that beard is crazy. Palmdale, okay. What's that bike shop in Palmdale? I can't think of it now. It's a good shop, really good shop. It had a lot of BMX stuff. I went to it. They sold Adam Banton's granola. Yeah, block. Luke says, I'm getting a free coaster next week. Do you have any advice? Hexveros says knee pads. Um, no, dude, just ride the bike and practice fakies, practice everything, get used to it, obviously. Spend time getting used to it. And no, just honestly, there's not much to know in terms of like preventativeness when it comes to BMX. Like a lot of things that you're going to encounter and need help with will happen as they come. So like it's impossible for me to say, hey, your first day on the bike, look out for this, and this, because everyone's going to ride differently. Everyone's going to have a different style. Everyone's going to have a different place that they're riding, and so on and so forth. And so it's hard to like say, you need to know this to be prepared. Like more often than not, you're going to run into an issue and then you're going to be like, hey, my free coaster is doing this, or I just broke my chain, or I just hit my knee. And so then it's like, okay, well, here's why. You can't ever be completely prepared. You just got to start riding and then everything lines up. Like once you start riding, you'll start having issues, and then it's all gonna start to from there you can ask for more help. I hope that makes sense. And then also, man, I don't know if you're in the Discord. I feel like most of you guys are in the Discord, but that's the biggest thing that it's designed for, is a spot for you guys to ask questions and actually get answers to your questions. Chief says, question, what's your advice, please, Doug? I've been riding for a bit at different parks, thought I'd start filming, and finding that I stab hop everything, so I stopped going to parks. Because I had a stab? Parks. What do you mean stab? I don't know what stab hop means. Stab hop. Bye, Diana. Oh, J hop? So like Aussie talk. I feel like okay. So like bunny hop. Yeah, I see what you mean. I don't think that that's like a reason to stay away from the park or like stay away from the skate parks. I think that it would be something you could do maybe to help with that. It would be just practice doing like a true J hop, or a true, like doing it the proper way, doing a bunny hop the proper way, like out in your front yard or out in front of your house while still going to the skate park, if that makes any sense. Like, I think the solution would be more so to continue going to the skate park, and then in addition to going to the skate park, practice bunny hops for 20-30 minutes a day in front of your house with proper form, instead of just like no more skate parks and now only practicing hops. I think you should continue to do both of them, because the practice that you're doing in front of your house will hopefully carry over to the skate park. Yeah, I mean, yeah, just keep doing what you're doing, but practice it. So when I started riding and learning fakies, I learned fakies the wrong way. And so everyone called me an Indian giver. That's just what it's called. When you, like, if I 180 left and then fakie out to the right, you're an Indian giver. And so I got so much shit for that. Everyone would, like, all the guys that were better than me gave me like a hard time. I was like, well, this is weird. I'm doing a fakie. Like, what are you talking about? And so what I eventually did was completely relearned how to fakie. So now when I was doing 180s and when I was doing fakies, I quit doing it the other way, and I made myself learn them the proper way. So it wasn't like I just completely quit doing any tricks, but I just changed the way that I was doing them. So I still did 180s, but now when I did a 180, when I got into the 180, I made sure that I was faking the proper way. And what this did is like sometimes I didn't land the 180 fakie. So I was at a path, I could go two ways. I could go to the right and land 180 fakies every single time, but the fakie would be the wrong way. Or I could go down the left path and do 180 fakies and do them the proper way, but not necessarily always land the fakie. And it's a pretty frustrating thing to be like, well, I can already 180 fakie, so I feel like I'm taking 5 steps back to relearn it this other way. But in the long run, it made my 180s cleaner. It just made everything a lot cleaner. So you guys will run into things like that. And I think the solution is always to just work through those issues. Like keep riding, keep doing what you're doing, but make a conscious change to make those or make a conscious decision to make those improvements. All right. Any more questions? Any last minute questions? Jared, what are you doing for your birthday? You doing anything fun? You going out? You partying? I'm going to try and figure out why the motorcycle's not working so I can ride it to work reliably. It's so frustrating not having a reliable vehicle. Yeah, still sick. Still, I'm just congested. Have a runny nose and congested, but DR, yes, the BSD barrier sprocket is good. BSD makes all really good parts. Yeah, Hixvera, it's a ZZR 600. Thing's so fun, but I think the stator's not working right. And I don't know why, because I changed the stator and apparently the guy before my brother changed the stator. So it's, I don't know what's going on. I have no idea. Fixed it, put in a new stator, and then it's still like the battery's dying out. So let me see if I have a picture of it or a video or something. Let me see. Videos of me working on the damn thing. Like I even cut into the wiring harness last night to see what's going on and couldn't find anything that was suspect. It's just because like with the new stator, it should be working fine. The chances of it being bad are pretty low. But then again, like what I'm guessing is maybe something in the wiring or maybe the connection's bad or something like that. But oh, look, you can't really see it. Here's me putting gas in it. Thing's crazy fast, like scary fast. I won't even go on the highway with it. I'm too scared. But yeah, so I'm going to get that fixed so I have something reliable to drive to work. Maybe I'll figure out how to weld a bike rack on it, because then I could take my bike anywhere with it. That'd just be perfect. Anyway, I'm going to try and go to the skate park this weekend. Jared, happy birthday, man. Enjoy your dinner. And thank you all for coming and hanging out. Go ride your bike this weekend. We'll see you next week, next Friday for the live stream. Happy holidays, guys.